We begin with grounding. Feel the soles of the feet in contact with the floor through the 9 points. The 9 points being the 5 toes, the heel, the 2 points of the balls of the feet, and the outsides of the feet. The feet are shoulder width, the knees are soft, I'm not blocking myself, and when the knees are soft, the hips are soft and they can move. When my knees are locked, it also blocks the movement from my hips. But if I keep it nice and soft, then I can feel myself grounded and be very movable in the hips. At the same time, I have the feeling that a hot balloon pulls me upward from the crown of my head, so I'm suspended between these two worlds. The world of being grounded and the world of being suspended. My axis comes from the middle of my head, through my center, and out between the middle of my feet. And in this position, I feel my weight directly over the arches of my feet. And this is my standing position as I prepare for emptying and shaking. We begin with the knees, a slight shaking, just a small tremor. And that brings movement into the hips. And I make sure that when I'm working this, I'm not bringing more tension into the thighs. It shouldn't be a tense shaking. It's a very, very soft shaking. Make sure you don't find yourself slumping. Remember to feel lifted tall. And I spend a few moments with this sensation. Very firmly planted on the ground, soft knees, soft hips. From here, I feel myself soft in the stomach, and I start initiating shaking from the wrists in the transverse plane. So as if I'm shaking a bracelet off my hand. The texture is very, very soft, relaxed in the arms, and we should have this jelly-like texture as the flesh comes back and forward. It's not an electric chair texture. It's just soft. I'm initiating from the wrists. I coordinate this with the knees and the hips. After a few moments, I bring this same rotational texture up to the elbows. And now I feel how it brings that shaking higher up into the triceps and likewise into the shoulders. I let any excess air out of my lungs. This extra 20% that we carry in us all the time, this residual, I let that out. And I just search in the neck. If there's anything in there, move the shoulders slightly. And then I start with weight dropping. Every now and then, boom, just a drop, boom. And this weight dropping, it's not a squat. It's as if the whole weight of me is kicked out from underneath me, and it is a coordination that you'll have to learn. Every now and then. And then slowly I start to build a frequency. And everyone's frequency is individual. It will change from day to day. Perhaps I want to increase the frequency. I'm staying balanced with my weight over my axis, over the arches of the feet. And now I start to bring it heavier. After a few moments with this, I bring it to level 3. I bring myself up and I hit the floor with the heels. I drop very heavy. And I use this shock wave, I feel this rebound back into the body. And after a few moments, I bring it back down to level 2. Level 2 is heavy, but connected with the feet to the floor. And then slowly back to level 1. Just a fine ripple. As I fade out, I just start to work with some kidney tapping. I keep the eyes to the front for the first variation as I pump up and down. And then, keeping the knees to the front, I follow my eyes as far as they take me, making sure I don't open my spine and I don't lose my arms. I follow the eyes. And then, from level 2 to level 3, I turn on the ball of the foot and the heel comes outwards, and I take further range from the rotation of the hips. I come back to level 2, feet connected, following the eyes. And then back to level 1, head to the front. Slowly, slowly, slowly fading out. Take a moment just to feel the body. And now we're ready to begin, or we're ready to finish.